After sitting down face-to-face with Mike Perry before their fight on Netflix this weekend, Nate ended up calling the entire situation corny.
It's ridiculous when we just had to sit there, huh?
Yeah.
Wasn't that corny? Come on, doesn't anyone feel like this is getting lamer?
Oh, no, it's gonna be over.
Y'all gotta pay attention to this, man, because it's gonna get mean and nasty and violent, and, it just is. We don't need it. Words don't matter. Punches gonna be thrown. Blood's gonna be spilled.
I think we'll leave it at that.
Francis Ngannou opened up about how the tragic loss of his son changed his outlook on life. Francis's 15-month-old son Kobe sadly passed away in April 2024 due to a brain malformation. And Ngannou says the experience completely changed the way he views life moving forward.
So basically, like when I'm thinking of the last time that I saw him, he was me leaving the apartment, going through the elevator, and then my brother had him, and then he was crying to me, didn't want me to leave, like was coming to me, but I just knew I'm gonna be back. I just knew it's gonna be okay. Like those moments that you feel granted, you take it for granted. I'm like, I'm gonna be back, And then when it happened, all of a sudden, you're like, where was I going? You don't even know where you were going. Nothing even mattered. I'm like, I should have just sit there, just hang out.
Can't beat yourself up about that though.
Yeah,
like that's one of those things that we have to like.
Yeah, but like seeing this last moment of him in your mind was this.
Yeah.
The last time. I'm like, I should have go back. I should have maybe changed my flight. I should have stayed 1 more day, 2 more day, because you don't even know where you were going and what you were going to do. Yeah. Even though at times it seems so important, then you start to understand that so many things that feels important at the moment are not that important. You take some things you take stuff for granted to the point that you really ignore the importance of them.
Alexander Volkanovski posted footage of himself and the Korean zombie reacting to Sean Strickland defeating Khamzat Chimaev.
I think Sean wins. Sean wins. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't win. What? Did not see that. See what I mean by Sean might do stuff, but it's not going to be enough to knock him out or anything. So that's what I mean. But I thought Chimaev would have too many rounds in the bank. So that's why I was like, he won't finish him. So that's why I can't see him winning. And then the rounds are going to be, because he's going to get tired a bit later. But I didn't expect him to get tired that early. Wow. That's nuts.
48-47, Chimaev.
Oh, it's split. Woo! Yeah, they shouldn't have been split. I mean, there was 2 of the rounds where he got the takedown in the end, but he was losing the whole round. So, wow. Sean does it again, man.
Luke Rockhold explained on the Jackson podcast why he believes Khamzat Chimaev deserved the win over Sean Strickland. Luke said maybe the betting odds played a role because Khamzat came in as a massive plus 400 or plus 500 underdog. According to Rockhold, Khamzat clearly won the 4th and 5th rounds and controlled the pace of the fight when it mattered most, which is exactly what champions are supposed to do. He argued that a jab is supposed to change the direction of a fight, but most of Sean's jabs were thrown while moving backward. Luke said if you want to win a championship fight, you need to land meaningful damage while forcing your opponent back, not retreating. In his opinion, the only obvious round for Sean was round 2, while round 3 was extremely close and could have gone either way. He believed round 4 belonged entirely to Khamzat because he pushed the pressure, landed the harder shots, and dictated the pace. Rockhold admitted Sean was landing clean jabs, but said they mostly came during breaks in the action and were more defensive setups than damaging strikes. Then in the 5th round, Khamzat once again forced Sean onto the back foot and controlled the momentum. Luke argued that Khamzat could have realistically won rounds 1, 3, 4, and 5, with round 2 being the only clear round for Strickland. He also said Khamzat landed the more impactful shots overall, which made the final decision hard for him to understand. Rockhold then suggested the huge underdog odds may have influenced things behind the scenes, saying sometimes there are questionable situations involving who the promotion wants to win. He even hinted that Sean may have gotten the edge simply because he is Sean Strickland, and that the result could have been swayed. UFC cutman Brad Tate also shared a story about how he first met Joshua Van before Van made his UFC debut.
You know what? I have my 100% finish rate until this motherfucker grabbed my hand.
Yep.
100%
Yep.
finish. First of all, I've been rapping since he got in the UFC. Let me tell you a story of how this happened, right? So I meet this motherfucker in the elevator. It was a short notice fight. He was nervous and things around him. He was like, man, I don't know if I belong. So we had to talk him, like hype him up. And so then he shows up at the arena. He was the first fighter of the night. Nobody was even in the arena. Then he was nervous. I was like, bro, calm down. You got this. Like, tranquilo, papi, you know?
Yeah.
Tranquilo. I don't believe I shouldn't be here. Oh. I like literally, the hands were shaking it, sweating just coming off of him. So they go out there, the first fight, dude wasn't feeling well, ran up, and like basically took a dive, and the rest is history. That's how I got him.
My first fight, he wasn't even supposed to grab my hand because we didn't like this guy.
No, that's
Henry Cejudo said he believes Khamzat Chimaev defeated Sean Strickland 3 rounds to 2. Speaking on the latest episode of the Pound for Pound podcast, Cejudo explained that in his view, Strickland only managed to end up in a dominant position during the second round because he hurt Khamzat on the feet right before the takedown attempt happened. Henry also criticized the commentary team, saying they completely missed that detail during the fight and should have done a much better job recognizing what actually led to the sequence.
It all came down to that second round, bro. That second round, I think a minute and a half into the fight, it was probably like maybe 3:45. Sean Strickland catches Khamzat Chimaev with that beautiful right hand, bro. He went jab, boom, caught him with the right. And if you notice, bro, the commentators didn't catch that. I think these commentators could do a better job of really describing when somebody's actually hurt. He hurt him, dude. Khamzat Chimaev was on that stanky leg, bro. But he did a good job being composed and not showing it. But where he made the mistake, Kamaru, is when he went for a takedown. Once he got hurt, you start going for takedowns, bro, that's just not good. Like, you almost got to keep that poker face, stay on your feet, act busy, but you would almost have to recover, bro. And I don't think Khamzat Chimaev recovered that much.
Ronda Rousey said that her fight against Gina Carano will most likely be the final fight of her career.
So is this a one and done for you? Or is this... you know what? We'll see how it goes. I might do this again.
I think it entirely depends on this fight. This fight could be the kind of thing that calls for a trilogy, but I promised my husband, I promised my sister, like everybody in my family's like, please let this be the last one. And I want to have some more babies. I want to have some more kids after this. Oh yeah.
No way.
I've always wanted a whole
Dude,
bunch.
yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm like, hi.
love
Yeah,
that.
like I got one right here. It's trying to get my attention. And yeah, I love kids. I want a whole bunch of them.
At UFC 328, Grant Dawson defeated Matusa Rebecki by rear naked choke in the 3rd round. Speaking afterward on the Show Me the Money podcast, Dawson revealed that he and his wife had tragically lost their baby only a few days before the fight took place.
It's gonna be tough. I trained so hard for this fight.
Yeah.
Like, I went to bed every night, except for Saturday nights because the fights were on. I went to bed every single night at 9:30 sharp.
Wow.
And if you know me, I like to stay up late.
So do I.
I'm a 11:30, 12 o'clock bedtime kind of guy.
Yeah.
And so I felt a big difference. I had one cheat meal in my entire fight camp, and it was only because I was 4 pounds ahead of schedule in my weight cut. Literally could not have had a more perfect camp. We had the perfect sparring partner for this guy, this kid named El Bruce, in our gym. Short, stocky, southpaw, good wrestler, good hands. And it literally could not have been a better week.
Yeah.
Other than us losing the baby. Other than that.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Monday of fight week, we found out. And it was rough.
So what, 5 days before?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's insane, bro.
We were planning, because we didn't tell the coaches and we didn't tell our parents, and we were planning, because we always do breakfast day of the fight. So we were planning on surprising them there, and then
Dude, that's
Didn't
insane,
get to.
bro.
It was tough. It was
Yeah.
tough. That's why I was so emotional after the fight. Obviously, a big win.
Yeah.
But
Right.
kind of like
Just everything.
compartmentalizing that and not dealing with it. And then just, okay, it's over. I
Yeah.
can be human again.
Yeah, bro.
Just kind of all came flooding out.
Eddie Alvarez believes Justin Gaethje is more than capable of shocking people and pulling off an upset win over Ilia Topuria. Eddie knows exactly what it is like to fight Gaethje after facing him back in 2017 and finishing him by third-round TKO. Speaking in an interview with MMA Junkie, Alvarez said too many people are counting Justin out too early, even though he thinks the fight could realistically go either way. Eddie mentioned seeing a recent clip of Ilia Topuria's brother breaking down how he believes Ilia should approach a fight against someone like Justin, and he admitted the analysis was almost frighteningly accurate. Alvarez said, while preparing for his own fight with Gaethje, he spent a huge amount of time trying to figure out how to deal with a fighter who constantly steps into the pocket and forces violent exchanges. According to Eddie, one of Justin's biggest problems is that he sometimes loses sight of his opponent during exchanges, and he believes that could become extremely dangerous against someone like Ilia. He explained that Ilia maintains incredible posture at all times, stays balanced, and never takes his eyes off his target, which keeps him ready to fire back instantly. Justin, on the other hand, tends to shell up too hard defensively during wild exchanges, and Eddie warned that he cannot afford to do that in this matchup. Alvarez believes Justin has to stand his ground and exchange directly with Ilia whenever the action heats up. He said both men are going to have to take serious risks if they want to score a knockout, because neither fighter is likely to win by simply moving around and playing it safe. Eddie added that Justin cannot rely on covering up and circling away because Ilia will keep walking him down. Instead, when Ilia commits to an exchange, Justin has to fire back immediately and meet him head on if he wants a real chance at hurting him. Alvarez also said he would love to see Justin bring back the brutal calf kicks that made him so dangerous earlier in his career. He pointed out that Ilia is very heavy on his lead leg because of his boxing style and believes Justin's damaging leg kicks could completely change the direction of the fight if he commits to them consistently. In Eddie's opinion, people are seriously underestimating Gaethje's chances, and he made it clear that counting Justin out against someone like Ilia Topuria is a huge mistake. Josh Hooper also took shots at both Alex Pereira and Ilia Topuria on social media after getting into heated exchanges with them during the UFC White House press conference. Hokit. Joe Rogan posted a photo on Instagram showing Alex Pereira and Ilia Topuria lying in bed together with their UFC titles while he stood at the foot of the bed. In the caption, he wrote, "Shama on everyone's mama. Don't care." Yesterday, we also shared footage of King Green running into Adrienne Broner. The two were mostly respectful during the interaction, but there was a brief moment where both men claimed they could beat the other in a fight. Later that same night, Green reportedly got into a heated confrontation with rapper Almighty Jay after Jay allegedly poured out Green's drink. Here's the footage.
All that tough boxing, 2026, we ain't boxing now. We pulling out gins and it's. I got you. Watch this.
Goddamn. Yeah, you drink. What you do? Nah,
Come on, Bobby.
Cool.
Hey, Bobby. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Bobby.
Only-
Nothing.
Why only know you put my drink out? Shouldn't hang your little ass by
Nah,
your
hell.
neck.
I know you didn't want to drink it. That's why I put it out. I know you didn't want to drink it.
You don't know what I wanted, but
Bobby, you ain't want that game. Bobby,
yeah.
Bobby, you did not want that drink game.
I mean, pour my drink out with you and shit.
You ain't want that drink.
It's all good. Just honor drink with you, you know me. You was one of my heroes, man.
Hey, though. Next time, just.
Man, I'm on wherever, bro. I don't give a fuck about none of that game. I'm talking about G19 switches in this. I ain't worried about none of that game.
And that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed this one, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss any future uploads. Now here are the top 3 comments from our last video, and these were all about